Hey guys, Mtgnoob here, and I will be drafting for you. It looks like we have a pretty nice pack. I'm going to be slamming this Boris Reckoner, as I believe it's worth about 6 tickets. If it wasn't that, I would probably, like, if this wasn't there, be taking one of these two black cards, then maybe this, then this. This will probably wheel to us. I don't foresee this, or this wheeling to us. So it's unfortunate, but I'm not going to be passing a Reckoner. And now we get a pick of a lot of good cards. I feel this guy's not amazing. Like, he's good, but a lot of times he gets chumped out by 1/4s, like Corpse Blockade and Basilica Guards. Martial Glory is really nice. Ember Beast is really nice, but I'm going to take the Syndic here. I don't really love Syndic in Boros per se, but we're not necessarily Boros just because we have a Reckoner. We could still go Orzhov if we really wanted to. So we'll take that. Okay, interesting. We have a few picks here. As we can see, the rares have dried up. We have a Smite, which I don't really like in Boros. I think we're going to commit to Boros with this pick and take the Assault Griffin. But there's still a Cartel Aristocrat. There's still a Slaughterhorn, which is pretty interesting. And these are two really good blue cards. This is a good blue card as well. So blue looks open, but I'm going to try to continue to cut white. Wow. Ugh. Ugh. Meh. Am I all of a sudden not Boros? I mean, I'm pretty much white, so Reckoner not coming down on 3 is a thing. We have a pick between a Kingpin's Pet and an Angelic Edict. If I take the Edict, I'm more likely putting somebody in Orzhov with that last pick of Cartel Aristocrat. I'm definitely going to be sharing white with my left neighbor, so I have to think, like, okay, what is the best card here? And I do like Edict for removal reasons. I find white sometimes doesn't get enough removal, but I don't think I could pass a 4th pick Kingpin's Pet there. And now we get a Dinrova Horror, which is pretty nifty, but I don't think we could splash for it. When there's an Assault Griffin in the pack. There's also a Dutiful Throw and a Gate, but I do like Assault Griffins. I think they're pretty strong creatures. They do get chumped out by like Millennia Gargoyles, but they trade with a lot of things. Okay, so now we have to make a real choice here. Do we want to hold on to this pet? Or do we want to take a Martial Glory, which is equally strong? We could also just take a white card in the Denizen, but passing this Martial Glory is going to kind of cut off all of our hopes for being in Boros, but Denizen with 5 white creatures already might be pretty strong. It's a 3-drop. It's not a bad 3-drop. I'm going to just take the Denizen and force Denizen deck, hopefully. Okay, so now we have a choice. I think since we're going to definitely try to play this, it's a choice between a Basilica Guards, a Syndicate Enforcer, the Primordial, or the Smite. I think I'm just going to take the Smite here. I don't really like this card. I don't think it's amazing. It is kind of bomby, but I think I'll take the white removal spell here. This guy's decent, but I'm going to take that. That pick could have been incorrect. This guy's going to be really hard to cast, but he's really the only thing in the pack for us. I don't think I want to play a Smog Elemental, so I'll take a Death Cult Rogue there. Wow. The fact that this came back and this is pretty ridiculous. We did lose the white cards. Oh, this card is so freaking good. I think we're committed, but I can't say Dutiful Thrill is the best card in this pack. Kind of committed to Orzhov. This card's good. I'm going to take the Dutiful Thrill. I know he's not great, but I'm going to take him. Okay. Rat's probably the pick here, but these are all very good, strong cards. I kind of like the Confessor. I think we can fill in 2 drops later. I don't know if we're going to be very aggressive, so I'm going to take that. Okay, Aristocrat comes back for no reason. So I'm kind of happy we stayed in Orzhov, even though we opened the Reckoner. We could have most likely also been Boros, but I feel we got a few strong Orzhov cards. Okay, here we're probably going to take the Shattering Blow for the sideboard, but I really don't play that card. So I think I'm going to take Horror of the Dim just in case. Horrors tend to be slightly annoying to deal with. And it is a black card, and we do want to cut black. Okay, so now we have a pack. It's not really a bad pack for us, as we are going to be slamming the Syndic. I kind of wish we were in Boros now, but I can't say that, I'm that regretful. I didn't know I was going to open a True Fire Paladin, which is a very, very strong creature in case you're new to the format. Gyre Sage will go, this will go, this will go, this will go, this will go. So maybe we'll get stuck with one of these two. This isn't a super deep pack. We'll probably wheel a Shielded Passage. Maybe a Rogue, if we're lucky, we'll wheel this. Maybe a Gateway Shade, but I'm okay with two double Syndic of Tides. And here we get some doozies. I think the person just rare drafted from this pack, as you can see the rares missing. I don't know which is better. Devour Flesh or Executioner Swing. I think I'm going to take the Devour Flesh, but I tend to like Swing better as I feel it's an answer. But you have to get hit more. But this card is a little bit easier to cast, and it kind of just usually is a removal spell, but not great against, targeted stuff. Okay, so here we get a Pulpit. I do like it in Orzhov. Get a blue Primordial. But I'm going to just take another Smite, and we're going to be very defensive. Okay, here's a lot of stuff going on. Jeez Louise, we are just apparently in the wrong colors. I'm not going to splash for either of these. Aerial Maneuvers is good. I'm going to just take another Denizen, and we'll eventually get through by tapping down their guys or beating them in the air. That seems to be our plan currently. Okay, here's the pack. I would have gladly slammed this, as I feel this is a card that beats Orzhov pretty well usually, but this is a gift Kingpin's Pet here, so I'm going to take it. 2 Kingpin's Pets for the price of 1. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, not going to play this. Not going to play this. We do look like we're kind of a wall deck currently, so I'm going to take up Corpse Blockade over a Dimir Key Rune. There might be some reason to take the Dimir Key Rune there off of a splash maybe that we would have liked, but I don't think we're that guy yet. Okay, and here we get some situational removal or hard removal. I'll gladly take an Angelic Edict every time because, dealing with some of the creatures we've passed a blue, a white, and a black Primordial. So, having an answer to them, seeing that we don't have any Grisly Spectacles, is really important in this format. Okay, not much for us here. I don't think I'm going to take the Slate Street Ruffian. Since we do have some weird mana cost stuff, I think I'm just going to snatch up the gate here and hopefully not have to really deal with these 2 creatures or these 3 creatures. Fortress Slycops is a pretty good dude, but I don't mind having a gate. Wow. Alright, I'm definitely taking the Spy over the Gateway Shade. We seem like we want to be more of a white base deck. We do have 1 gate to pump the Gateway Shade. However, Spy turns on any Death's Approaches that we might see, although I didn't see any in this draft so far. Midnight Recovery is not a terrible card. It's not a very great card, but it's not terrible. Okay, I don't want to play against this, so I'll just hack that. Okay, looks like we can be Esper, but I don't think we want to be. Okay, so we're going to hide blue, hide land. So, we have a deck. Currently, we need to fill it in a little bit. So, hopefully, we can do that by more or less opening a really nice bomb. Bombs are good. Bombs are good, okay? Okay, so this pack for us is kind of a huge whiff. We do have a duel here, which for Tick's reasons I might take over the Death's Approach. I do think the Death's Approach might be okay, but we don't really have any good mill strategies coming through. This also is a card since it helps us cast Reckoner off of the red, so I'm just going to take the money here. You know, is what it is. Okay, now we get a third Kingpin's Pet, which I feel in an Extort deck is much stronger than a Skyjack, although I do love Skyjack. Okay, but 3 Kingpin's Pet is pretty strong usually. I think I'll be hiding this Death Cult Rogue. We'll see, maybe somebody will pass us an Aurelius Fury or something crazy. Okay, I think this is a pretty easy pick here of Foundry Street Denizen. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's a pretty easy pick here of Thrall Parasite. I don't like playing against this card, but I'm not going to take this card. We haven't had any Tigers, so maybe we'll wheel this. Prism's always nice as well. This is a card we'll have to keep an eye out. I'm kind of upset we haven't had any Grisly Spectacles in our deck yet, but, you know, it is what it is. You can't always get Grisly Spectacles. I mean, they're premier removal. Okay, now we can upgrade our walls here. Like, I think we might not be playing these Court Street Denizens the way the deck is currently panning out. So we have two choices here. We do have 2 1-drops, and we have 3 2-drops, so we could kind of tighten that up and take a Rats, but I think I'm going to take a Basilica Guards here, since it extorts. Wow, what a pack. Jeez Louise. This card beats us. Like, flat out just beats us. This card just kicks the crap out of Orzhov. I would like to try this card out, though, since we have a ton of 3-drops. Maybe it wheels. Another Basilica Guards would be nice, but I think we're going to get something back from this pack. 2, 4, 5. Okay, 6. So yeah, I'm going to just take the Glaring Spotlight here. Not that it's foil or anything like that, but I don't want to play against it and potentially lose. Light of Precinct 6, welcome to the team. You are a nice addition. Prism's not going to really cut it in this deck. I do like that it cantrips and draws a card. I'm going to just take a Night Watch. We don't really have anything for the Dimir Guildgate. Here's a Syndicate Enforcer, but I don't really like him. I'll take another Dutiful Thrill, as we want to be like mono low drops. I don't think we want this card. Might have trouble beating this card, actually. We do have Midnight Recovery to kind of counter that, so I'll hack a Keymaster Rogue there. Okay, so stuff's not coming back the way we really want it to, as people are probably trying to fill out their deck and just picking up scraps that they may need. So we'll you know, we're okay with this. Our deck does not have any bombs. It's more or less just a grindy kind of deck. I'm really hoping that Immortal Servitude comes back, but I don't think it's going to come back. We may have to, quote-unquote, try to get there. Okay, so we'll just take away Hold the Gates. Although Shadow Alley Denizen, I have been seen to some decent use lately. Not great. Man, I really wish that Immortal Servitude would have wheeled. I'm kind of upset that I didn't take the black or white Primordial. I was hoping they would wheel to us. This deck really does lack a bomb. However, it's you know, it's decently solid. You know, probably on the lower spectrum of, you know, like a B, maybe a C plus. Not in love with the deck by any stretch, though. It's a grindy deck. It's gonna have to grind to really get there, but we'll see if we can't make it work. We're gonna at least try. Gotta try. Don't know if I want the Midnight Recovery. We'll see what we're doing here. I also don't know if I want the Death Cult Rogue, but I think we probably do. I don't know if we need him, honestly. Okay, so this is our deck. I don't think we want this. Midnight Recovery is fine, but not great. Righteous Charge. We are an 18 kind of card deck, but we do have some evasion. We have double Denizen, which maybe should make the list. And I would say we at least have to consider the Death Cult Rogue. Glaring Spotlight, I'd say no dice. Thespian Spage, no luck. We do want our Guildgate. So here's some cards over here that I'm considering. Our Death Cult Rogue probably makes it, and our Denizens probably don't make it. This is 23. I don't think this is a 24 an 18 land kind of deck. We have double Smite, single Devour Flesh, kind of considering if Executioner Swing might have been better there. We have a lot of walls, and I don't know if we need all of these walls, in all honesty. I think we might be kind of a deck that maybe wants Righteous Charge. Not really sure. I think I'm going to put some amount of blockades in the board. Probably not both, but right now this is like 17 creature dot deck with some removal. Really kind of 18 creatures, 19. We have to decide how we want to build this, because maybe we are actually somewhat aggressive. Like now maybe I'm considering the Glaring Spotlight kind of deck. Like originally I thought maybe we're just a deck that's kind of, grindy. We're going to play some Dutiful Thralls and block. We're going to kind of extort you out. But we do have somewhat of a curve, and we have some evasion. So it may not be incorrect to build a less defensive deck here and a more aggressive deck. So let me see what we're working with here. I'm going to pull some stuff down. Okay, so after some thought, it looks like we can be aggressive. But the fact is, we do have 6 really premier extorters, and a 7th with the Basilica Guards. Therefore, I think I'm going to take the slower, grindier route. The options were really to play 16 lands and play Righteous Charge, Spotlight, Death Cult Rogue, and Double Denizen, versus going a lot slower and playing Confessor, Basilica Guards, and Blockades. I think we can kind of mesh some of these things. So I'm going to cut the very aggro stuff there. And I think I have enough dudes to really maybe cut the wall package and play it kind of mid-rangey. This gives us the option to really turn it on and be a curve deck and be aggressive, or kind of grind it out and be somewhat of a, okay, I'm going to steal your best card, I'm going to smite your guy, I'm going to try to get there eventually. So I kind of like this predicament that we've put ourselves in. Let me just make our mana base better. And then we do have, wow, that's a lot of black versus white mana. I don't think we want this directly split down the middle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't want all these swamps. See how we go. Okay, thank you for telling me the game did not succeed or something. No, you know what? I think this is okay. I think we do want an extra Plains for Reckoner, though. I mean, we could mind game people and be like, oh, let's play this, but then we may end up having to take 2 damage for no reason. So now I'd like to talk about kind of like our sideboarding plan. Like against other aggro decks, we have all of these walls to bring in. And against other control decks, we could kind of switch it up and be the beatdown. So I kind of like the position we're in. We'll see how it turns out. As always, thanks for watching, and please check out the Mtgnoob.com. I'll bring you round 1 shortly. Thanks, guys.